cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on last year's national champions, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. Turns it on in midfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And the Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here's the pressure. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Throwing right. Makes the grab. It's Rigby. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Rigby. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
I think he's just saying anything. JB did not this week. JB did or did not this week.
Because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
No good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Oh, better look out. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
We got all these fancy pass plays and all these fancy formations and shifts and motions and all this stuff you make me think about as a defensive guy. And then you slip that in. Really nice job by the offense, hitting you with the draw, with the unexpected. Nice job getting a big game.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Finds a little space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas on the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Quarterback will keep it. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Hauls it in. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, when you're running the crow route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
Got it set up on the outside. Still running at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making him honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind him.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Yates. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Complete to the right. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Dropping back, it's Washington. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. At the 30. 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
no doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. they go to the ground. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Grab near the stick. It's White. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Rigby. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Thomas. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Makes the catch. It's White. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Setting up the screen. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this 2nd half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game
I'm in a league game.
Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
It's 3rd quarter. We almost done.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Use the play fake now to throw.
He the one that started the party. He sent invites earlier. Nigga went missing. I forgot. I don't know what he's at.
It's 2nd and 2.
It's a receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? He wants to throw it again. Got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here comes the heat. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and
breaks into the open. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air, it's Washington. He's moving out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And those are tough. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
That is no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21.
And man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, and you got to wonder what his confidence is like right now. He's cost his team 9 points so far.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. To the air, it's Newton. And his first throw here is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And that is one the quarterback is going to wish he had back. Receiver wide open, and he just threw it way too far out in front of him. He's never gotten into a rhythm, guys. This is one of the more talented guys in the entire country, and he's way under 50% completions in this game.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Under fire. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out and put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback keeps it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Keeps looking downfield. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Newton. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rigby. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Got the back over the middle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive down 2 possessions. From inside the 10, here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about pumped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. this drive started from their own 45-yard line. He'll try the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They feed him again. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Now facing a 3rd and long. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's down.